Computer audio good. It can hear us talking. That's good. Yeah, I guess I'm on.
Do we want to record yet? Or does that mess it up when we stop it?
Oh, you might want to stop it. I don't think it'll mess it up. If you pause it, actually.
There. Okay, cool.
All right. Hello, everyone. You are all still muted, so we can't hear you yet, but I just wanted to unmute myself, and hopefully you're all hearing me. So we're going to get started. The recording has started. We're required to make this available after the fact, like it's been discussed. So we're being recorded now. I'm going to unmute you all, and I guess I'll do it one by one, and I'll just make sure everyone can see the agenda. Okay, so I'm going to start. I don't know if you can see the same order I can, but I'm going to unmute Connie first and then go down the list. So Connie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and you can see the agenda?
Yes.
Okay, and you pulled up the chat window?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to unmute Deb. Deborah, can you hear us?
I can.
Wonderful. And could you hear Connie?
Yes.
Wonderful. And you can see the agenda?
Yes.
All right. And did you happen to pull up the chat screen? We didn't talk about that before.
I just did. It's blank.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Okay.
If we need to, we'll send stuff that way, but for now it should be fine. All right. Now I'm going to unmute Diane. Diane, can you hear me?
Yes.
And could you hear everybody else so far?
Yes.
Perfect. And did you get the chat window still up and everything?
Yes.
And
My agenda, though, looks like it's grayed out. Will that go away when we all go live?
Possibly. That might be because I have the participant window on top of it. Are you still able? Are you able to read it? Okay.
Yeah, I can read it below the gray. I just was wondering if I was doing something. Okay.
Okay. Nope. Okay.
That is a little gray.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna unmute Valerie now. Valerie, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. And you could hear everybody else?
Yes.
You see the agenda?
Yes.
And do you happen to, it might be harder on a phone to pull up the
I
chat
don't see the
screen.
chat room. It says screen 1 of 2, but I don't know how to get 2.
Okay. That's okay. I think that's going to be the other page of the agenda, and we'll control that on our end.
Okay.
But
right.
that should be okay for now. Now I'm going to unmute Kristen. Kristen, can you hear us?
Yes.
And could you hear everybody else?
Yes.
And you see the agenda?
Yes.
And did you happen to be able to pull up the chat window?
Yes.
Okay. I think we're all good now. We're recording. We're all able to hear each other. I will turn it over to Angela and Peter, okay?
Okay, so can I just interrupt really quick?
Yeah.
I'm trying to take notes while we're doing this. It take minutes. So we have no Marty.
No, it doesn't look that way.
No, Marty, Sandy, or Mike.
Okay. And Sandy we heard from, but the other two we didn't.
Oh, Sandy just emailed me. She's on another conference call. Right
Yeah.
now.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for kind of sitting at home and using the technology to come to the meeting. I appreciate that. I'd like to call the meeting to order. I don't think there's any public comments. Is there any additional agenda items anybody would like to add?
I wanted to ask Angela what she decided about the HVAC.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have I didn't. Yeah, HVAC update. Yeah.
It's on the agenda.
Yeah.
I can't see that far to see that.
It's there.
It's there. It's under old business.
And let's see. I think I can just shoot over to the other page real quick so people can see that. Maybe. Oh, yeah.
It's okay if not.
Yeah, there it is. Old business. Yeah.
Okay, so can everybody see that the screen changed?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So now I'll go back to take a second to look at it.
When we
Coronavirus
get there,
stuff,
we'll
HVAC.
change the page. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then we
Can I
go
ask
back
you a
to the-
question, Alex?
Uh-huh.
So on mine, the top 1.5 inches is the normal color. Then the next 4.5 inches is gray. When you flip to page 2, the same thing was true. I have an X over here where it says phone call, computer audio. I don't want that to go away.
Right.
Is there any way? Okay, let's just keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is all kind of new to me too, so I don't know what it'll
Yeah.
look like from your end. But as long as you can mostly, hopefully, see all the content on the agenda as we go through it, it should be okay. I hope.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other ideas, any other agenda items?
Nope.
No. Okay, is there a motion to accept the agenda as it is?
I'll
So
move to
moved.
adopt it.
All in
I'll
favor?
second it.
Okay, hold on. You're gonna have to say your name maybe.
Kristen, I move to adopt the agenda.
And
Okay.
second was Diane.
Diane. Okay. I usually can tell your voices, but when it's all at the same time, it's hard. Okay.
Bonnie,
Yes.
Kristen,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
Val,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Peter, yes.
All in favor?
Okay, then, Justin, the agenda is adopted. Is there a motion to accept the February minutes, 2020?
I'll make that motion, Diane.
I'll second
Seconded,
Connie.
Kristen.
Okay, Diane and Kristen. Okay, Connie,
Yes.
Val,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Peter, yes. I didn't ask any comments. Okay.
You're good.
Okay, financial review. Is there a motion to pay the bills for March 2020?
Valerie will move to pay the bills for March 2020.
Is there a second?
Kristen will second.
Connie,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Peter, yes. So all in favor, good. Angela, your report.
Oh, boy. Well, I've been here and, oh my gosh. I've been learning lots of things and I've been plenty busy. The staff is in and out of the building. They're trying to avoid each other. They're not working their total full hours as of yet, but they will be soon. We've gotten direction from STLS about making sure that we have continuation of paying the staff.
Right.
Tonight on the new business, we can just reiterate that with another resolution. And then during the next week, hopefully sooner than later, I'll get good language for a quarantine leave policy. And Brian, ironically, Brian just sent like an hour ago information on how to do that. I already saw where he got the information and he extrapolated it, but it was written by a lawyer, so it's not clear to me, of course. So I will definitely work on that in the next week, just so we're all on the same page and our T's are crossed and I's are dotted.
Angela, if you want help going over that, I would be willing to help you with that.
Well, sure, I'll send it to you. So I gave
It was
copies.
Diane.
Sorry, what?
I said it was Diane.
Yeah, I heard, I realized, yeah. I
Okay,
recognize
thanks.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah, it's, I just want to have the language correct. This is New Frontier. We didn't know we'd have to make a quarantine,
Right.
policy. We were in good shape for the emergency pay, which is great. We were on the ball on that one. They talk about emergency policy. We have an emergency plan because it's always a draft, I guess you'd say. So we have that in place for the staff. And so we're in good shape in that respect.
Now, are we abiding by the governor's just issued today that
75.
Right.
75% of the
Yeah.
workforce?
Yeah, we were just saying we're in good shape for that because staff is coming and going on their own schedule. And Sarah and Alex are working from home a lot.
Good.
Okay.
Clerk cannot work their hours from home, so that's why I wanted to do the quarantine policy. The clerks have been coming in one person a day to do the return of the books, and they're doing massive disinfecting of materials. That's the plan. We're also going to shift some materials to work on our being more accessible. So, yeah. So let me look at my thing.
Now are the employees volunteering to come in because?
It's
Okay.
all volunteer.
Okay, okay,
We have vulnerable employees, and
right.
they want to come in on the weekend, fine. They don't have to come in at all, you know.
Okay, right.
As far as I'm
Okay, that's
concerned,
what I
because
want to know. Thank you.
that's the kind of, you know, we're going to be a good workplace that
Good.
supports our staff, at least on this end. I hope you guys are on board with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, there's childcare issues.
Of
You know,
course.
people are caring for their parents. They have their
Right.
own health risks, and
Right.
it's not worth it.
And they don't even have to give a reason. I mean,
Right, you know,
know.
but I already know, so I
Okay.
know the reasons, and they're, you know, that's, yeah, okay. So, all right, I've been keeping up with the health.
Can
I'm
I
just
say
looking at-
something?
Sure.
We have one person, Phil, right? One of the staff. Isn't he quarantined? Where
Yeah,
he's living?
Phil's out now quarantined, yeah.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, at St. Mark's.
St. Mark, so it's interesting.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
I hope we're making it clear to anybody with any kind of, any symptom of anything should just not come
Yeah.
in.
Oh, yeah. Well, Amy has bronchitis right now, and so she hasn't been coming in. So.
And obviously people that have children that now they're not in school,
Right. That's what
can't
we're
leave your
saying.
kids home alone.
Totally. So it's, we're being very flexible, and people want to work. They just can't work as much. So,
Right.
but they still need to be paid their pay. So,
Yeah,
exactly.
I completely support that. But I don't want someone to feel like, well, I don't really feel
Right.
good, but if I don't go in, you know, no, I'd rather have you not come in if you're not
Right.
feeling well.
Totally. So that's where I'm proud of how we've been handling it. On my director's report, I mentioned that the Friends annual meeting was supposed to be on the 2nd. That's probably going to get postponed, I would imagine.
I think Pat's already canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it would have to be.
So, and then right now we're still on track for the vote in the vote hearing. Hopefully we're on track with that. And Amy's just talked to me about it today, and she's still trying to just one last make sure with Katie over at the school to make sure her calendar's correct, and the first legal notice will go out, I think, next week. So
That'll all depend on whether the school's open again.
yeah, absolutely. So
And as a side note with that, just for my own personal knowledge, when I still need a few signatures, but I'm sure I can get them when I can actually see people. But if I can't get into the county building, then how do I turn those in?
yeah, so we'll have to figure that out. won't
Maybe
we?
you have to mail them, maybe?
There's someone at the county building today. If
No,
you call,
sorry, you turn the survey or the signatures into Amy.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
so you can just throw them in the return even.
okay.
Yeah, you're all good there. We have the mail coming to the return. We have a doorbell for the delivery guys. We set that up. What else? We're deep cleaning. Oh, I ordered the carpet cleaning company to come next week. They're gonna do all the upholstery, which needed to be done. All that needed to be done anyway, so we're kind of on target for that. Yeah. I'm sending daily updates to staff at the end of the day, everything that happened and who's doing what and what projects we're working on. And Peter's getting a copy of that so he can just see that we are continuing to move forward.
can I ask a question about Phil?
Oh, sure.
If he's quarantined at St. Mark's, how would he get his meals?
Yeah, I understood that they were having deliveries there.
I only asked that because,
Yeah.
you know, we would be his connection if he needs someone to do that, or even
Totally.
or go pay somewhere and have them delivered. I just am worried about that.
Yeah, I think that if you called over to St. Mark's, they'd probably have the whole plan into place, actually. So.
But I'm not sure they would tell me.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't mean about him individually, but.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we got, I think it was in the newspaper today that the, different meals are, how they're progressing in feeding folks around town, either through the school or through the food pantry or through the Living Well. I saw all those when their plans are being
It's on Finger
publicized.
Lakes Daily News too. It's on their website.
Yeah, them too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I can interrupt a second. There's, my daughter lives in a new apartment complex next to the bowling alley.
Oh, uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
before I came here, I was there, and there was a table in the lobby full of all kinds of packaged food.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I don't
good.
know where it came from, but it was available to everybody.
Oh, that's nice. That's great. Oh, and then another thing, I'll just finish up with this. Maybe I said it already, but I watched the governor's press conference today, and they upped the amount. Maybe you just said this, Kristen, about the 75%. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
We've been already on that one pretty darn good. So
Okay.
we're doing good. All right, I'm done.
And I just one thing is, we're going to deal with the school system. As the school system opens up, we won't open up. We'll consider opening up, right?
Oh, we'll follow direction. I also listened to the county task force.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was interesting. How much work the different agencies are doing and where they're at, and their plans for everything.
Yates County is down to 50. Well, they were 50%. And
Yeah,
they
they're
might
gonna
have to go to the
look.
75 too. Yeah.
You can tell from the parking lot, it's about,
Yeah, exactly.
so it should be less full tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, or at least by Monday.
Yeah.
I also think the schools are just working on the most up-to-date information that they had at that point when they decided
Right.
to close.
Right.
That's certainly not a set in stone reopen date, was my impression.
That's for
I mean,
sure.
it all is very dependent on what happens
Right.
and whatever public health at that moment is recommending, kind of,
Right.
We have to keep that in mind that they really were doing the best they could, but, didn't. Obviously, that's a long ways out to see what's going to happen by then.
Right.
Okay, I'm done.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Angela. Okay, let's go over standing committee reports. Finance Committee,
Didn't meet.
Policy Review Committee,
Did not meet.
Building Committee,
Well, we saw the bids, right?
yeah. Nominating Committee, no. Personnel Committee,
Can you move the agenda over?
Yeah.
Oh.
On it.
Thank you.
that better?
Much
Yeah.
better.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else have any reports they want to talk about from a committee perspective?
I can say that I did get information back for the evaluation, the director evaluation, and I sent that out to Val and Marty today. Sorry, it's been a little bit crazy, as you can all imagine. So I did get the responses back, and so I was just waiting for feedback from those two. Val, I heard from to make sure there's nothing that I was missing, and then Peter, I'll send that on to you.
Okay, thanks. Anything else? Okay, old business, HVAC update.
Yes, so the committee received the bids today or yesterday. And Dom's sent an email with a summary of them. And I sent a comment out, and the committee has to decide, on which bid to take, but there's one that's lower, and Dom knows, he's our engineer. He knows that company. And I asked him for more references for the company, and he's gonna work on it. It's from Binghamton, the company. There's a company in Geneva that bid, but it was $60,000 more.
Wow.
But that company, I think we all probably know Steve McMichael, who does electrical all at Hvac, all over this county
Right.
and all over Rochester. He was the electrician. I
So
think that's
what's-
very highly of that bid.
What?
I said, I think that speaks very highly of that bid. I don't know the company in Geneva, but he's doing the electrical work, which is a big deal.
Right. So I guess the committee has to have one of these Zoom meetings and really hash it out. Does that sound good?
I mean, it's not that they're $3,000 apart. It's what is it, $40,000 or $50,000 apart?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a huge amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, McMichael's, I understand, has a good reputation, but a $50,000 difference is a challenge.
Do we know anything about this company in Binghamton? This is Kristen. My recommendation would be maybe, trying to get some additional references and making
Right.
sure that they're, reputable. I'm sure
I
they
think
are. But
Dom's
it
gonna
is
work
a
on it.
huge, $60,000 is a huge difference.
Right.
Yeah. If it was close, I'd be like, go with the local, So I don't know. Dom's gonna work on the reference. But he's already worked with them and he likes that, I don't know if he likes them, but he says they're good. So we'll see. We'll wait for some more references, right?
Did all three of those come to the walkthrough?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had,
Okay.
I would say, we had a dozen guys here.
Okay.
Oh.
They came from all over. So that was interesting.
So,
Anything else?
anything else about the HVAC? Okay, ADA Compliance Committee update.
So after wanting so much my ultimate goal is to move the shelving farther apart from each other shelving rows. Because our light fixtures hang so low, I just don't think we can do it. And I talked to Randy, and it is a big deal to move them. If it was no big deal to move the lighting fixtures, then I'd be like, well, okay, let's go. But it is. So right now, while we're closed, we're gonna do a big shift, and we're gonna do everything we can to get the books that are on the bottom shelves by the floor up off of there, because they're the least accessible books. And so that's what we're doing.
Can I interrupt for a
When you come
second?
back, they'll be off the floor.
So there's Marty has been texting at 6:33 that she keeps trying to get on and she's having no luck.
I'm
Do you
here.
think? Oh, you're there now?
I'm here.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh! We didn't
Who
even
is it?
notice. Welcome.
Welcome, Marty.
Hard to get a word in edgewise, guys.
Thank you for kind of working hard to get on.
That's great.
Okay, we're up to all business. Any more about ADA compliance?
Yeah, I wanted to schedule the salary projection planning committee, but of course that will postpone that.
Okay. Okay, new business. The coronavirus Penn Public Library Disaster Plan, expanded staff procedures.
I think I went over all that in my report.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, the next item we need to vote on, next two items we need to vote on
I
Is the
don't see anything else.
I don't either.
Don't
Oh,
either.
sorry. Huh.
What's
Yeah,
that?
that's weird.
Yeah, neither do I.
As what?
I didn't, I put it, the wrong version on here. Shoot. How can we?
It'd be a process to switch out the agenda right now.
Oh my gosh.
Can you email it to yourself while people talk? Maybe people can talk about coronavirus
I'm sorry,
response
Peter,
for a
you
couple of
read
minutes
it.
or something.
Read it.
All
Let
right.
me read this one resolution we're going to vote on. I'll read it slow. The Penn Yan Public Library Board of Trustees resolves to close the Penn Yan Public Library due to the COVID-19 virus. The closure will begin 3/16/2020 and will be reassessed when the Penn Yan Central School District opens again.
Mhm.
That's something we kind of have to vote on. Any questions?
Can you just read it one more time?
Of course. The Penn Yan Public Library Board of Trustees resolves to close the Penn Yan Public Library due to the COVID-19 virus. The closure will begin 3/16/2020 and will be reassessed when the Penn Yan Central School District opens again. Is there a,
I move,
Be
okay, go
reassessed.
ahead.
It's all right. Go ahead, Val.
I move that we, I'm not going to be able to write or to say the whole thing. I move this resolution forward for a vote.
is there a
I'll
second?
second. I'll second. Diane.
Discussion, please.
This is Kristen. I was just wondering if it's pretty vague. Maybe it's not intended to be that way, but maybe, should we have a statement in there that it opens again for all students?
Can
I
you
mean, 'cause
talk a little slower, Kristen?
Okay, sorry. The movement was kind of vague. You just said when the school district opens again, they're not completely closed. Should we
Oh,
have
yeah,
it
if we could make it,
maybe like specifically when they open again to students?
yeah.
Or is it just not necessary?
Guys, we were only going to reassess.
Yeah, right.
So there's nothing.
Yeah, reassessing. Yeah.
So I think the language is okay if it's vague because all we're doing is reassessing.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just make sure I have it right. The Penn Yan Public Library Board of Trustees resolves to close the Penn Yan Public Library due to the coronavirus. I've got it, COVID-19 virus. The closure will begin March 16th, 2020, and will be reassessed when the Penn Yan Central School District reopens.
Yes.
Is there a vote? Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let's go. Everybody's in favor? Okay, so it passes.
Okay.
Okay, now the second resolution here. I don't know
If
if
I can explain.
what?
If I can explain. I'm sorry, I thought I sent or downloaded the correct version of this and I didn't. Anyways, this one is to reaffirm the personnel policy 3.5 emergency closings. Employees who are sent home are instructed not to come to work when the library closes due to extreme weather conditions or other emergency situations will be paid their normally scheduled hours. And so it's a resolution that says the Penn Yan Public Library Board of Trustees resolves to ensure all current part-time and full-time staff, in accordance with their emergency closure policy, will continue to receive their same payroll and benefits. During the duration of the emergency COVID-19 closure, employees may work from home or the library fulfilling continuation of services activities.
Do we care about casual employees that don't count as part-time?
We don't have them.
I thought we had somebody who was less than part-time.
No. Oh, well,
Okay.
yeah, they're part-time. The ones that are part-time that are above part-time, above the 19 and a half hours are called permanent part-time.
Oh,
We could add that in there, current part-time, comma, permanent part-time.
Are we doing this for both of those groups or not?
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
totally. And I just wanted to reiterate that. And that,
Okay.
yeah,
You could put the word all in there in front of employees.
yeah, it says all current part-time,
Okay.
permanent part-time, and full-time staff.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you want to,
All right, hold on one second. Full-time.
I'll send you the wording.
That would be fantastic. And then I'll
Yes,
just add it.
totally.
okay,
Thank
is there any more discussion? Is there a motion to move?
To resolve
To resolve
to
it.
ensure that all current part-time, permanent, part-time, and full-time staff, in accordance with our emergency closure policy, will continue to receive their same payroll and benefits during the duration of the emergency COVID-19 closure. Employees may work from home or the library, fulfilling continuation of services activities.
That makes it sound like they have to do one or the other. Why don't you just leave that line off?
Okay. The last line is left off.
You did say that they'll be paid regardless, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right, so then we don't need that.
It says, yeah, it just said may work, but yeah, that's fine.
Any other suggestions?
I just was wondering, this is Kristen, if someone had vacation time that had been previously put in during this period, or like a personal day, are they getting that back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question.
Mhm.
No
Any other-
kidding.
I found this on the web.
Sorry, my phone likes what you're saying.
Any other thoughts? Is there a motion to move?
I'll make a motion.
There's who's aye?
Deb.
Deb, is there a second?
I'll second it. Diane?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Okay, it passes. Well, so that's the end of the budget, right? End of the end of the agenda.
Also, I want to say thank you for showing your support to the employees as we work through this.
And I want to
Time.
thank everybody for kind of working this out. Angela and Alex and who else helped you?
Everybody.
Everybody helped.
Everybody's been great.
And everybody's showing up. And I hope everybody's hanging in and doing well.
Can our
Yeah.
I
Can
know
our
this
board
is-
get an email out to all of the employees, thanking them so much for their above and beyond, and just, we'll get through this.
Yeah.
An email to who?
The employees, thank
To
you.
all the employees from the board of trustees, thanking them for, all of their patience and
Peter's good at that
forbearance.
already. Yeah.
I'd also kind of like to ask if any employee you hear of has a particular hardship that today
Right.
is not necessarily visible. I'm sure
Right.
there are people who would help them out and
Right.
help the board. And I think that you should keep us apprised of that.
Yeah.
Still brings that to mind. So
Yes. And I just, the stuff that staff's doing right now is very interesting. Go on our Facebook. See just the really interesting things that Sarah and Alex are putting out there. We had some extra hotspots that had been returned, and I was able to give one to Lila Donnelly, who is in here every single day. and she
Right.
worked here for 11 years. And I was able
Right.
to get one to a college student that has been in here every day working on his degree. And I was able to get him a hotspot, and I'm just thrilled about that. So,
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, you know, it's better than them sitting on the shelf here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then, okay, and then when this is all over, you guys can sign all these vouchers.
I signed all the checks, so the money
Yeah,
will go
Peter
out.
and I signed them,
Okay.
so.
So I want to really, again, thank everybody, and I wish everybody well. This is, I guess, interesting times right now.
It sure is. Stay safe, everybody, and stay healthy.
I think we need.
Yep.
We need a motion to adjourn.
I
Is there a
move that we
motion to
adjourn.
adjourn?
I so
Kristen,
moved,
gotcha.
Kristen.
All in favor?
We need a
Aye.
second.
Opposed?
Who had a second? Who
Everybody.
seconded?
And we'll figure out how to,
Valerie seconded.
Okay, thank you.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
we'll keep in touch, and if we have to do this again next month, we'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Thank you for your
Alex.
patience. You're welcome. I'm glad it worked out. I'm giving thumbs up right now.
Thanks for
Yeah.
your
Oh,
help.
that's great. We're pleased that you could do it.
All right,
Yeah.
good, cool. I'm glad.
Okay,
Now we're gonna turn you off.
be well.
Signing off.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Aye.
Bye.
I'm glad Marty got through.
Oh, my God.